Okay, so in this video, we're going to go over the 3.1 review that I posted on Classroom. Hopefully you've printed that out, or if not, are taking notes somehow. Okay, so number one, y equals -1/4 x plus 3. This is in slope-intercept form because it starts with y equals. You should know this has a slope of, -1/4. And this has a intercept of a y-intercept of 3, okay? So to graph this, we're going to put a point on 3. My slope needs, since it's negative, down 1 and then 4 over. So down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 over, okay? And then we'll just connect. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, okay, again, we have slope-intercept form because it starts with y equals. So the intercept is 1. And the slope is -2/3. So we're going to go to 1 on the x-axis, on the y-axis. All right, 2 down, 1, 2 down, and 1, 2, 3 over. Okay, and that is, number 2. All right. Number 3. So parallel and perpendicular lines, you have to know parallel lines have equal slopes, and these have opposite, the perpendiculars have opposite reciprocal slopes, okay? So in order to find the slopes of the parallel and perpendicular, we have to know the slope of the line that we start with. So to get the slope of that line, of course, we're going to want to put in slope-intercept form. Here's how that works. -3x minus 7y equals -9 plus 3x plus 3x. -7y equals -9 plus 3x. Divide everything by -7. Y equals 9/7 minus 3. I keep breaking these pencils. Minus 3/7x. That's not in proper slope-intercept form. We're going to swap it around. Y equals -3/7 x plus 9/7. Okay, the key thing here is the -3/7. That's our slope. Okay, so now if we go to answer the question, slope of a line parallel, we know those have equal slopes, so that's going to be the same as the slope over here. That's going to be the -3/7. Perpendicular slope, those have opposite reciprocal, so opposite, just change the sign, go from negative to positive, reciprocal flip, so that's going to have a slope of +7/3. Okay, question 4, we want to know if each ordered pair is a solution to this inequality. 5x minus 8y less than or equal to 13. Okay, so to check if the order pair is a solution, we're going to substitute in each point. Of course, this is the x, this is the y, and see if we get a true or false. Okay, so for -4, 2, we're going to go 5 times -4 minus 8 times 2 less than or equal to 13. So -20 minus 16 less than or equal to 13. -36 less than or equal to 13. That's a yes. Okay. 9, 6. Okay. So we're going to go 5 times 9 minus 8 times 6 less than or equal to 13. 45 minus 8 less than or equal to 13, negative 3, less than or equal to 13. That's a yes. Okay, I'm not going to do the other two. I want you to check the answer key that I put at the bottom of the PDF online and make sure you get this one and this one correct. Okay. Number 5 is on the next page. Okay, number 5 is the same thing. I'm going to have you do that and check on the key. Number 6 is the same thing. Again, I'm going to have you do it and check on the answer key. Okay. Number 7. We have 2x plus 3y equals negative 18. Find the x-intercept, find the y-intercept, then use them to graph. Okay, so find the x-intercept. We're going to set y equal to 0, okay? So 2x plus 3y equals negative 18. 2x plus 3 times 0 equals negative 18, which means 2x equals negative 18, or x equals negative 9. Okay, so the x-intercept is negative 9. To find the y-intercept, okay, works backwards. When you find the y-intercept, you're going to set the x equal to 0. So we're going to go 2 times 0 plus 3y equals negative 18. These drop out. So we're going to go 3y equals negative 18. Y is equal to negative 6. Okay. Now to graph, to use these to draw the graph. X-intercept negative 9. So I'm going to put a point on negative 9 on the x-axis right there. Y-intercept negative 6. So negative 6 on the y-axis. And then just connect. All right, that's number 7. Okay, number 8, we already did one like that. Do it on your own and check on the key. Number 9, same thing. Okay, next page. Number 10. We already did one like that. Okay. For number 11, vertical line and horizontal line. Okay, remember this is the x, this is the y. You have to know that when you have a vertical line, let's say we're graphing y equals 1, right? That's going to be a horizontal line. Okay, it's going to intercept the y-axis at 1 and look like that. Okay, if you're doing x equals 1, that's going to be a vertical. Okay, and it's going to have an x-intercept of, wow, sorry, I can't draw. That's going to have an x-intercept of 1, so that would be x equals 1. Okay, so here's how you do this. Vertical line, we know verticals are x's. What's the x at this point? 2. Horizontals are y. That's going to be y equals 3. Okay. Okay. Number 12. 12 is a word problem. Okay. So construction crew is lengthening a road. The road started with a length of 58 miles, and then we're adding 3 miles each day. Okay. L represents length of the road in miles. D is going to be number of days. Okay, write an equation writing L to D. So we started with 58 miles, and then we're doing 3 per day. So the length is equal to 58 that we start with, plus 3 per day, so that's going to be plus 3D. okay? And then use the equation to find the total length of the road after the crew has worked 33 days. So that means D is 33. So we're just going to substitute into here. That's going to be L equals 58 plus 3 times 33, which is going to be 58 plus 99, which is 157. All right. Number 13 is just like what we did above. So $5,500 to rent trucks, and then additional $150 for each ton of sugar. C represents cost, S represents amount of sugar. Write an equation representing C to S. Okay, so the cost is equal to $5,500 that you start with for renting the truck. Okay, and then $150 for each ton of sugar. So that's going to be $150 times the amount of sugar, the number of tons, so 150S. Okay, and I'm going to leave the next part to you. Check that on your answer key. Okay, number 14, just like what we did on 12 and 13, do and check on the key. All right, number 15, we just did one like that. Number 11, I think it was, do and check. All right, number 16, find an equation for the line below. All right, so we're going to work with slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Okay, let's get the slope. Remember, we always go from the left to the right, so we're going to start from here and then go over here. So to get from here to here, we have to go 1, 2 down. Okay, so the slope is going to be -2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over. Okay, which we're going to simplify to -1/4. Okay, now we have the slope, we need the y-intercept. If you look at the y-intercept, it's going to be like 4.2, 4.3, something like that, somewhere between 4 and 5. So we don't know precisely where it is from the graph, so we're going to have to solve for it. To solve for it, we're going to pick a point. I'm going to use this point over here because everything's positive. The coordinates of that point are 5, 3. Okay, this is an x, this is a y. So we know in y equals mx plus b, we know m, we know x, we know y. We're going to use that, and that to solve for the intercept. Here's how that works. So y equals mx plus b. So we have for y, that's 3 equals -1/4. X is 5 plus b. Okay, so 3 equals, when we multiply those two, that's -5/4 plus b. So we're going to eliminate fractions by multiplying everything by 4. It's going to be 12 equals, when I do 4 times, let me write it out, 4 times -5/4. 4's cancel out, so we're just left with -5 plus 4b. Remember, we're multiplying everything by 4. Plus 5 plus 5. 17 equals 4b. And then b equals 17/4. Okay, so to answer the question, y equals mx plus b. Okay, we have the slope is -1/4, so y equals -1/4. X plus the intercept that we just solved for, so plus 17/4. And that's your answer. Okay, equations for horizontal and vertical lines, we just did that, so do and check on your answer key. All right, let's do one more of these types. Okay, you might want to pause and do it and come back and check. All right, y equals mx plus b. Slope. We're going to go from here to here, so down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got down 4, negative 4 over 8, which is negative a half. All right, I'm going to use this point over here because everything's positive. That is 5, 2 to solve for the intercept. All right, so x, y, we'll throw that, and that into there. 2 equals negative a half times 5 plus b. I'm going to multiply everything by 2. 4 equals negative 5 plus 2b. All right, so that intercept is 9 over 2, which means the equation is y equals, the slope was negative a half, so negative a half x plus 9 over 2. All right, so that is number 18. 19, do on your own and check. 20, we already did a question with x and y intercepts. 21, same thing. Okay, 22, you should recognize is in point slope form. Point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, okay? So to graph that, you can identify the slope. Slope, of course, is going to be m, and the point is going to be x1 comma y1. You should remember in the formula the x1 and the y1 are subtracted, so they're going to be opposite. So here, the slope is going to be 4 over 3, and our point is going to be 4 comma 1. So to graph that, let's put in 4, 1. All right, slope is 4 over 3, so that means 4 up and 3 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So that point, and of course, we're just going to draw a straight line through those. Okay? So your answer is going to look like that. Okay, 23, the piecewise ones. Okay, this is where it gets a little harder. So we have for less than -1, for equal to -1, and greater than -1. I'm going to start with the piece where we're actually equal to -1. So at -1, our value is 3. Put that in. Okay, so for anything less than -1, we're at -1. So for -2, we're at -1. -3, we're at -1. -4, we're at -1. Okay, so we're getting something that's going like that, a horizontal line, but we're going to have this missing piece because we go from here and then we jump over to here. So what we have to do at -1, we have to put an open circle in over there. Then we're going to jump up here. Okay, now for greater than -1, we're going to be at 2. So for at 0, we're going to be at 2, 1, we're going to be at 2, 2, we're going to be at 2, etc. Okay, but we have a jump from here to here, so we're going to have to put an open circle over, sorry, not over there, over there, okay, to connect everything. All right, and that's your answer there. All right, number 24, you should recognize is in point slope form. This is going to have a slope of -2 over 3. Point is going to be -4, comma 4. So we'll start by plotting the point. -4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slope of -2 over 3, so down 2 over 3, and we're going to straight line. Right, remember, extend your line all the way. I extended mine too far, but you get the point. Okay, 25, we just did one like that. Do and check on the key. 26. All right, 26 we've pretty much already done. It's like the previous questions, but here they give us the slope and the point. So of course we're going to, let me just fix this. 4, 3, we're gonna plot that first. 4, 1, 2, 3. Slope is -3/4, so down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over, what was it, 4? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, which puts us over there. Okay. All right. 27, same deal. Make sure for your slope, put your, if you have a whole number slope, turn it into a fraction. Okay. 28, another piecewise function. So let's start with the point where x is 0. We start with the one where it's equal to. So at 0, we're at -5. Okay. And if x is not equal to 0, anywhere else, the function value is 2. So at 1, it's 2, 2, it's 2, 3, it's 2, 4, it's 2, etc. Same for -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay, so we're going to get this, but we have this jump. Okay, in order to account for that jump, we're going to need to put an open circle at -2. I mean, sorry, at 0. Okay. 29, we already did one like that. 30. Okay, this one is one of the bigger piecewise functions. So let's start over here. So when it's equal to 0.5, the function value is -1. Why doesn't it give you, all right, this question is garbage. Don't worry about this. If you get one like this on your DSA, I'm gonna put a different one on there. You guys shouldn't have to graph something like this. It doesn't even give you the halves. It only goes by ones. I don't know why this question is on here. Again, ignore it. Okay, so if you have any other questions, ask me. I'm going to put up a link on Classroom where you can schedule an appointment with me for questions. And remember, you have to get 3.1 done by tomorrow.